Hi, it's Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. I make videos about books. Please hit the subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow. Today, I just want to read about some happy gays. Now, two of these books will be a reread for me, but I am rereading them with the audiobook for the first time. I have gotten all of these books as arcs, which I'm really happy about, but I want to complete the series for this video. So for this video, I will be reading the Bright Falls series, which is Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail, and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. Now, I am currently like 11% into Iris Kelly, and that is interesting because I can tell you that I really didn't remember a lot about her and Delilah Green, but I am also 25% into Delilah Green Doesn't Care. This book single-handedly got me out of a reading slump in 2021. I read an arc of this like a while before it. Okay, yeah, so I read it at the end of 2021. I think it was the very last book that I read in 2021. Physically with my eyeballs, and it got me out of reading slump. And I'm only 10% into Iris Kelly, but to this day I am still obsessed with Delilah Green. Like, me and Delilah Green are tight. I love her. Not to say that I don't love Astrid, but like, I would die for Delilah. So anyway, in this video I will be rereading Delilah Green and Astrid, and also reading the arc of Iris Kelly, and this will all be spoiler free if you haven't read this series before. But like, honestly, it's still June. It won't be June when this video comes out, but I just want to read some happy gays, and like that's this video. So 25% in Delilah Green Doesn't Care. Delilah Green lives in New York City, and she is coming home to Bright Falls, Oregon, I think, and she is photographing her stepsister's wedding, and she also re-meets her stepsister Astrid's friend group, which is Astrid, Claire, and Iris. So it's interesting because Delilah Green is the main focus of obviously her book, but Claire is part of the friend group, and Claire doesn't really get her own book. I mean, she's in this book and she has like a perspective in this book, but like, this is Delilah Green. I always think that's interesting, but I just think it's because Delilah Green is, in my opinion, the best character. Like, I love Delilah Green. Anyway, so she is home and she hates being there. Her dad died when she was 10, and her dad was married to Astrid's mother, and they did not know how to handle 10-year-old Delilah Green. She wasn't like, Astrid and her friend group. She was very introverted and all this stuff, and they just like didn't know how to handle her. So as soon as Delilah turned 18, she left for New York, and she's never been back to Bright Falls. So that's where I am in this story. I gave Delilah Green 5 stars the first time, and I gave Astrid 4 stars the first time. And like I said, I'm currently in the middle of Iris. I've forgotten so much about Iris. Iris in Delilah Green has a boyfriend. And that is not the case in the beginning of Iris. So it's very interesting. Like, I picked up Iris knowing like I'd just jump in, but I had forgotten so much about her in Delilah Green. So I'm excited that I'm actually rereading this and then going straight into Iris. So that was a very long introduction. I already started the vlog. Goodbye. I am 64% into Delilah Green Doesn't Care. There have been several sex scenes. Again, this is a reread, but it's been quite a while since I read it. But like, this is one of those books that I remember almost everything about it. Like, that's how impactful it was for me. And the fact that it was probably my favorite book of 2021 really helps. But like I said in my previous clip, I am just absolutely obsessed with Delilah Green. Like, I would love to be her. I Love her. And in this case, so it's Grumpy Sunshine. Delilah is grumpy and Claire is sunshine. And Claire is also just like a cinnamon roll. Like, she is absolutely lovely. Also, she's a single mom. And before, like, the first time I read this, I was a mom. But now that my kids are getting older, like, I get the whole, like, protecting thing that Claire does with Ruby. Like, Ruby wants to go camping and Claire is just thinking about all the things that could go wrong, and like that, same. I absolutely get that. There was also the one bed trope, which I absolutely remembered from reading this the first time, and that was probably my favorite part of this. And once again, this was my favorite part. This is just a really good book, and this is Ashley Herring Blake's adult romance debut, but not her like book debut. And I think that you can tell because like the writing is just so good, and like she knew what she wanted to do with this series, but it wasn't like clunky writing and stuff that I sometimes feel in like new romance writers, because she had written middle grade NYA. So anyway, I'm obsessed with this book, and I already know it's gonna be 5 stars again, so that's it. I'm sorry if you can hear Theo life, but I did finish Delilah Green. This is a perfect book. It's just perfect, and I love Delilah Green. And here are some observations. In the first time I read this, I did not like Astrid, and I like her a lot more this time. And also, I'm obsessed with Iris, so I am super excited to complete her book. I'm still 11% into it, but like Astrid, I get her now. I did not get her the first time. So I'm excited to actually reread Astrid soon. This is part of this video. But Delilah Green, I'm obsessed with her. Like, I'm obsessed with this book. I'm obsessed with Delilah Green. This is just such a fucking good book. It's so good. So obviously this was 5 stars. I highly recommend this. I have nothing else to say because this is just a perfect book. I am 100 pages or 27% into Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. This is a reread, as you know. So things that I have forgotten. Iris in this one is dating a woman, but it's never like discussed that she had broken up with her boyfriend. It's just like Iris is dating a woman. So like I feel like that's why I missed it. And Bree from 4 Paws in a Book was like, yeah, she's dating a woman in this one. It is so fast. Anyway, we are following Astrid, who is Delilah Green's stepsister. And she owns a interior designer business, and she is doing a remodel of a famous inn in Bright Falls. And she has quite a bad run-in with the lead designer of the redesign. I think it's the carpenter. Jordan is the carpenter, but what happens is Astrid is leaving the coffee shop and Jordan is also coming in or something, I don't know. And Jordan spills all her coffee on Astrid. So now that they have to work together, it is very uncomfortable. Jordan is queer, out and everything. As far as we know now, Astrid is not queer, but in Delilah Green, she was engaged to a man and broke that off. So, things I'm noticing this time, I feel like I like Astrid more this time, now that I've already read it. Like, I understand her more, but she's still probably my least favorite. And it's not her fault. It's really her mother's fault. Her mother is awful. So, like, her mother raised Astrid. So, like, you get what I'm saying? It's not Astrid's fault, but she's still not my favorite. But yeah, I am liking this so far. I still feel like I don't like it as much as Delilah Green. Like, I just don't. Like, I just love Delilah Green. I'm sorry for this angle. I'm just lazy, but I'm 65% into Astrid Parker. I forgot, like, everything about, not everything, like, I definitely remembered the relationship between Astrid and Jordan, But I definitely forgot everything about Iris. And I think it's because the first time Jordan and Astrid like get together officially, something extremely traumatizing is happening to Iris. And so I was more focused on Astrid because she's the main character in this one. But yeah, like I definitely forgot everything that happened with Iris in this one. And I don't know why. I like remember everything about the relationship with Astrid and Jordan, and like I know what the third act conflict is going to be. Like I remember all of that, but I completely spaced out on Iris. So weird. I finished Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail. I like this so much better the second time. I actually think it's because of the reread, and especially rereading Delilah Green, because Astrid is such a bitch, but it's not really her fault. It's really the way she was brought up. And her mom has a lot to do in this book as well. But yeah, I'm gonna move up my rating to 5 stars for this one. Also, this was so spicy. Like, all these books are so spicy. Like really spicy. Like, really spicy. So, I initially, last year, gave this 4 stars, but I'm gonna bump it up to 5 stars. I really like this. I think if you came out later in life, you're really gonna like this one. I am 27% into Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. It's fake dating. I did not know the tropes of this one. Delilah Green, friends to lovers, and then Astrid Parker is enemies to lovers, and Iris Kelly is fake dating, which fake dating is my absolute favorite trope in romance ever. But we are following Iris Kelly, who in the very first book, Delilah Green, is dating a man. And I forgot about that until I reread Delilah Green. And then in Astrid Parker, she is dating a woman, and then we find out stuff about this woman. So at the beginning of Iris Kelly, we find out that her ex-boyfriend Grant is getting married, and her parents are giving her quite a hard time about it because they really liked him and they want her to get married and have kids, and she does not want any of that. That is why she broke up with Grant, because she does not want to get married. She does not want to have kids. And then we are also following Stevie. I love when girls are named Stevie. I think it's so fucking hot. Anyway, so we're following Stevie, who just got out of a 6-year relationship, much like Delilah Green did in the beginning of Delilah Green. And she is looking to get out of her comfort zone and hook up with people and all this stuff. So Iris and, oh my God, I almost said Iris and Kelly. Nope. Iris and Stevie meet at a gay bar and they hit it off, and Iris takes Stevie back to her place, and Stevie is so nervous that she throws up on Iris. So after that disastrous date, they don't talk to each other. Fast forward a couple of days, Stevie is an actress and she is doing a community play, and Iris just so happens to be auditioning for this play, and this is where I am, where they have decided to fake date because Stevie told her friends and her ex-girlfriend that she was dating someone who was Iris. So I am very, very excited that this is fake dating because, you know, it's gonna be happily ever after, and I just love when fake dating goes to real dating. I just think it's wonderful. So I'm liking this so far. I will not lie to you, I restarted this because I started it before I decided to do this video and I could not remember anything about these characters. So I have restarted it, but now I'm on a roll with it and I'm really, really liking it. And fake dating. I am 64% into Iris Kelly Doesn't Date. I feel like this is good, but I'm not obsessed with it like I was with Delilah Green. And like I felt the same way with Iris, like especially with these like kind of 3-book series romance books. I feel like the first one is so strong, and then after that I just don't like them as much. Like that's what happened with A Brush with Love series by Maisie Eddings, that I did really like the last book in the Written in the Star series by Alex Belfleur. Like, I always feel like the first one is just it, and then the next are just fine. And that's how I feel about this. So Iris and Stevie have hooked up now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I put this down for like over a week and I picked it up and it's like the next morning after they hooked up, and I kind of forgot that they hooked up, but like they make it very known that they have been together. And here's how it's going to play out. They're going to want to be together, there's going to be a third act breakup, and then they're going to end up together. The main issue in this book is that Stevie's ex-girlfriend, I think it's Audrey, it's Adri, and I keep pronouncing it Audrey, is super jealous, even though Audrey is the one who broke up with Stevie. And like, I just don't really like the girl drama in this, especially with a tight-knit like queer group. It's not my favorite. And I feel like Audrey is the villain, and like I don't want her to be, because she's so connected to Stevie and Iris because she is the play's director. So like this feels like a 3-star, which there's nothing wrong with that. But obviously I would love it to be a 5-star just because I loved Delilah Green so much. So this is very okay. Hey, I'm editing this video and I didn't do a recap for Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, which is important because this is what prompted this whole video. So I ended up giving Iris Kelly Doesn't Date 5 stars. My ranking goes Delilah Green, Iris Kelly, Esther Parker. And the reason I went from a 3-star to a 5-star is the ending. And if you know me at all, you know that endings are really, really important to me. And I think that Iris Kelly had one of the best endings ever. There was a third act breakup, which I called in my last clip, but the resolution to it was so good. And I loved how strong Stevie turned out to be. Like, her whole character arc was so good because she really dealt with super, super bad anxiety. And I thought the anxiety representation was very good and it was very good. I could relate to it. However, she gets a really big opportunity and she takes it, which I absolutely love for her. Like, I think that you can have love and you can have a career. And that's what she did. And I love the ending to this one. So I gave it 5 stars in the end, and I got a signed copy. And then today is October 1st. Libro FM came out with an ALC with it. So I have the audiobook and love that for me. So I'm getting the signed copy and I'm getting the Afterlight edition, and now I have an audiobook for free. So this video went really well and I'm so excited, and now we'll go into the wrap up. I finished my reread and my new read on the Bright Fall series. So I'm just gonna do a little recap. So I gave Delilah Green Doesn't Care 5 stars again. This is still my favorite. I don't know if I want to be a Delilah or if I want to fuck Delilah, so just saying. In a turn of events, I originally gave Esther Parker 3.5 stars and have moved it up to 5 stars. I still think that this is my least favorite of the series, but Astrid really, really grew on me rereading it, and I think that was a really good idea to reread it, especially rereading it before Iris. Iris is my second favorite, and that has to do with my love for Stevie and also my love for the ending and also my love for the fake dating trope. So to round it out, all 3 of these books got 5 stars from me. I highly recommend this series. This one just, I don't know, but this one is for all my queers who came out later in life, and Iris is for everyone who just doesn't give a fuck. So absolutely love this series. 5 out of 5 stars for all of them. I'm so excited that I got to reread these. And if you haven't read them yet, I highly recommend them, even if you're not into queer romance, because it's just good. Like they're just good. So thanks for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye.
losing time, I'm fading fast.